why are we so dark, Jim, compared to everyone else? Oh, there.
Is that better?
That's better.
Have you all done your homework?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
Well, let us spin the wheel. Ah, Sheila.
Oh God, I hate starting. Which one am I doing?
You're number 1. That one.
Oh, right. Okay. So I just read it out, yeah?
You just read it out, and if they can't get it, we'll give them little clues bit by bit.
Oh, will we? Right. Part of a series of well-known spy stories, the protagonist is given the task of going to Jamaica and killing the notorious Cuban assassin Francisco Scaramanga, known as Pistols. As part of his disguise on this mission, he adopts a curious yellow hairstyle.
It's a James Bond, isn't it?
It's James Bond.
And I think it's the first one.
I think you're right, actually.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of James Bond, but I seem to remember that Scaramanga was in the first one.
Yes.
Now then.
Doctor, no?
No.
No, it's an early one.
You need to concentrate on the curious yellow hairstyle.
Hairstyle.
That's
Hey,
Not gold finger, gold hair. Gold,
Oh, but you're on the right track.
gold something hair.
Gold comes into it, yes.
Thing hair.
Has it got to be the actual title now that we're trying to find?
Yes, but
Yeah, with
one
one
letter has
letter
been
missing.
changed.
Oh,
Letters.
oh,
so it's
Gold.
gold something.
Or it could be bold finger.
Yes, gold or
Yeah.
mold or
Well, let's help you a little bit. Golden.
Golden eye. Golden eye.
No.
No.
Hairstyle.
Think of the title of the film.
Well, that's what we're all struggling with. We can't remember.
It's
I mean, we were all kids, weren't we?
What?
We were all kids, you know, we were all sort of teenagers.
one of his first films.
As well, it was one of the first.
I give the first 2 words.
That Go
would
on, then. Give them the first
man.
2. The man.
Man with the gold.
Man with the golden gun.
No.
Well, change it.
Yellow.
Man with the golden bun.
That's the one. The man with the golden bun.
We got there.
You got there.
You got there.
About as slow as Southampton's defence the other night, but we got there.
Team, Andy, that's all it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jim.
Jim.
Oh, for heaven's sake, it's a fix.
It's a fix. Right. I have to read this one as best I can in a northeastern accent in order to help you get it. Are you ready? This early example of detective fiction set in the northeast of England in the 19th century exposes the unequal treatment of married women in law. For the sake of a marriage settlement, certain characters plot to have one woman placed in an asylum and another who is dying to assume her identity. The title comes from the opening pages, where a young teacher encounters a lost, distressed woman who appears to be covered from head to foot in cow manure.
Oh, the woman in shite.
Come on!
He only did that so he could do that accent.
The woman in shite there.
A woman in shape.
well done, Jim. That was
Get rid of me.
Who enjoyed
entertaining.
Right. Spin again.
Right.
Hillary.
Now, this is
In a Geordie accent, please, Hilary.
No, I can't do that. That was so good, Jim. I enjoyed that. Right, hang on, because I've written it down. So it should be near the top. I thought I could get away without my specs, but I can't. So I've got to put them on. Right,
Okay.
here I am. Okay. A young man decides to write about his troubles through his life. He is frequently hungry. He describes visits to sites of interest and experiences which enable him to develop key skills for his future life.
That's it.
Right.
Bloody hell.
Mm. Is it a book, Hilary?
Yes,
Was it Great Expectations?
It could
the
be.
title, I'll give you a clue. The title is one word.
Oh, right. Oh, blimey.
Give us it again, Hilary.
Yes. Hang on. A young man decides to write about his travels through his life. He is frequently hungry. He describes visits to sites of interest and experiences which enable him to develop key skills for his future life.
And it's one word.
That's not one word then.
It's just one word.
So there's one letter changed in it then.
Hmm.
I've actually obfuscated here. I've hidden in there what he does
But you've only changed one letter.
in the title.
Oh, right.
And you've hidden it in what he does in the description.
Yeah.
Ah,
So it's a one-word title.
have we got any clues, Hilary? Maybe the initials of the author?
No, but the clue I'll give you is hungry.
Yeah.
So, harvest. What harvest is that?
What word would you change?
Think of this person traveling around the edges of Britain.
Coast.
So the word is
Coast.
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 coast, but the book is
Toast.
Coast.
toast.
Toast. Yeah.
Toast. Yes.
Oh, right. Well
Got
done.
it,
Well done. Very good.
But that's interesting because who's that cookery writer that you've got millions of books?
Oh, well, he wrote Toast.
He wrote
Nigel Slater, was it?
Nigel Slater
Nigel
wrote a book
Slater.
called Toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. That's the book I'm writing about.
Oh, right.
In the book, Nigel talks about his key experiences with food.
Yeah.
So he talks about his maturation as a chef. You know, when he starts, he doesn't know anything really about cooking. And he describes going to a hotel with a very early girlfriend and not having a clue what to order. So he starts off like all of us with, you know, could we boil an egg even? And then it's like his journey through culinary experiences.
It's a sweet book, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Right. Here we go with the spinner.
Right.
Nice.
Mine has to do with TV. All right.
Okay.
Maggie offered to help out with the annual community Burns night supper, actually. Various people had agreed to provide different components for the meal. Maggie had volunteered to make the gravy with help from her irascible husband, Vic. He complained about the onions and the effect on his eyes, whilst transporting the gravy to the event, balanced in a large pan on Maggie's lap. Vic, busily complaining about the smell, failed to notice a cat dart across the road. Sadly, his reactions were slow. The cat got crushed, and the pan of gravy collapsed off Maggie's lap, covering one of her best boots in a sticky substance.
Bloody hell.
Wow.
That's a TV program,
TV is a sitcom.
TV sitcom.
God, we don't watch any. We have to.
Are Vic and Maggie the names from the sitcom?
They are, but not quite the same.
Oh,
It might be too easy for some people otherwise.
Yes.
So it is Margaret and Victor.
that's
Victor Meldrew.
grumpy old man.
Well,
Victor Melville. Yeah.
Oh, 1 foot in the gravy.
One
Yes.
foot in the gravy. Yes.
Well done, Hilary.
Excellent.
That was very well written, may I say, Tom.
Very good.
Thank you.
The whole story.
Let's spin. Alice.
Hasn't done her homework again.
Alice has none. She's a naughty girl, you know, Alice.
Yeah.
I shall have to castigate her severely.
Well, you can look forward to that, Alice.
We used to, you know, the old joke, the old teacher's joke. Anybody who hasn't done their homework will be castigated, and that's particularly nasty for boys.
What does it involve then?
Oh, don't ask.
Bits off.
They usually end up with the sheets. You know, I've got the sheets here, sir. Oh, you got the sheets, have you?
The old ones are the
All the old ones. Darian.
Right.
Okay. I can expand on this if you don't guess it from the first bit.
Okay.
A story inspired by Collodi's Pinocchio, in which a puppet gets tiny hands when he steals things. Needing larger hands to carry away his loot, he recruits a group of friends to help him. That's the first bit. Right. As time goes on, our eponymous anti-hero realizes he is running out of space for his ill-gotten gains, and that he has to make a big decision to make. Right, now then, the bit that should make it a lot easier. He decides that he prefers the stealing to the owning, so he starts giving his loot away.
Oh, yeah.
Robin.
Good.
No, there's got to be a change, a letter change.
That is a letter change.
Robin
What did you
Good.
Robin Good. No, not Robin Good.
Robin
Yeah.
Glove. No. Robin.
Are we on the right track?
Yes, yes.
So-
Inspired by Collodi's Pinocchio, in which a puppet gets tiny hands.
It could be. I'm just trying to think. Robin.
Eyebrow.
Mm.
There we are.
Yeah, don't put
You've got to change the hood.
Yes.
Robin.
Robin Wood.
Yes,
Ah, Robin
That-
Wood.
Robin Wood.
Oh,
Well
right.
done, yes. Hillary, you're on
You're
fire.
on fire.
That's que te sales.
Estás que te sales. Right, it's between Andy and Ollie now.
Aye, okay.
Oh,
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, it's fairly short. King of the Cowboys staggers blindly following family tragedy at the crossroads.
What was the first word, Ollie?
King of the Cowboys
King of the Cowboys.
staggers blindly following family tragedy at the crossroads.
Oh, blimey,
King of
that's
the
it.
Cowboys.
mm.
Is it a book, Ollie, or a film? What is it?
Play.
It's a play.
Play.
A play.
No, it's not Shakespeare.
King Fear.
Oh, King Lear.
No, it's not Shakespeare.
Right.
Can you read your little thing again, please, Ollie?
King of the Cowboys staggers blindly following family tragedy at the crossroads.
Got drunk in it.
Drunk, no.
And it's not Shakespeare.
Oh, right.
Not Shakespeare.
Well, my version has, yeah.
Does the word West appear in the title?
No.
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 Mm.
Western.
Are the crossroads very significant, Ollie?
Yeah, there's an event.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
This-
there's an event.
Waiting for Godot. But
The event happens at the crossroads.
Oh.
Don't happen to crossroads.
so it's not Waiting for Godot. No, right. Okay.
Anything to do with Robert Johnson?
No, it's an old play.
Old play.
Oh.
What, older than us?
Predates Shakespeare.
Predates.
Shakespeare.
Bloody hell, Ollie.
Whoa. Must be got Canterbury Tales or something like
Were
that.
any plays before Shakespeare?
Oh,
Is it
it's Greek.
Pilgrims?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Greek
Phil-
tragedy.
A Greek tragedy.
It's a Greek tragedy, I bet you, isn't it? Yeah.
Right.
It's
Oh.
what happens to isn't it Orestes who goes blind?
Oresteia. Odysseus and the no.
Oedipus.
Oedipus text.
Astrigone, or whatever it is. Astrigone. How many words is it, Ollie?
Sorry?
How many words in your title?
Two words.
Three.
Yeah, Alice is getting there.
What was that, Alice?
Oedipus Rex, she said.
That's
So
what I
that's
was I was
you
thinking
know.
it's Rex.
Say it again then. King of the Cowboys staggers blindly following family tragedy at the crossroads.
Not Oedipus Texan, but that would be more than one letter change.
Okay.
Oedipus Tex.
Yeah, well done.
Oedipus.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oedipus
Oedipus Tex.
Oh, God.
Okay, Andy, you're the last but not least. If we run out of ideas, I've got a couple of other ones, and one that you might as well. I don't know.
Okay. People who attend Books for Boys know that reviews always take the form of something on plot, style, and characters. So I'll start with a bit on the plot. and then I can do the other bits if you don't get it.
Okay.
Right, plot. A skilled agricultural worker suffers financial ruin, then endures his heartthrob's flighty behaviour with a series of unsuitable men. But
Far from the
His-
madding crowd.
his greatest aim is to escape the constant attention of a flock of irritating birds.
Oh,
Far from the madding crows.
Yes.
Well done. Well done.
oh well, I gave you a clue.
You did.
Mm.
You did.
Does anybody have another one? We've got another one each.
I could do another one, but I've just done one, so.
Okay.
Andy,
I'll
it's
do
really,
one and then Andy can do one, okay?
Okay, go on.
it's
Okay.
really disconcerting watching Andy. I've only ever got half your face.
Oh, right. Wait,
Oh, there you
it's,
are,
the
that's
good,
better.
it's the good side, Hilary.
Which one?
Right. I'll do you a quick one and then Andy can do one and then
Go
you
on.
can do one.
Go on.
A young woman from the city goes to live with her rural cousins, all of whom are boorish and ignorant.
Oh, this
She
is funny.
sets about educating them, helping them to adapt to modern ways, and most importantly, curing them of their unsatisfying flatulence.
It's
What?
Cold Comfort Farm. Cold Comfort Farts.
Cold comfort fart.
He always manages to lower the
Cold
tone.
comfort fart.
Yeah.
You got it, Ollie, I think, didn't you? But your sound's a bit dodgy. Your voice keeps
Yeah, sorry.
your voice keeps breaking up.
Must be our internet.
Yeah.
Might be, yeah. Go on then, Andy.
Anyway, cold comfort fart.
I haven't written this out, but a retired and disillusioned school teacher undertakes international exploration to research his favourite writer. Whilst doing so, he discovers that the writer had a penchant for dressing as a snowman when he sees part of the costume that he used.
A school teacher.
A retired school teacher.
That's significant, I assume.
Yeah, the main character is a yeah,
Retired
and he undertakes international journeys to research his favourite writer, and whilst doing so, discovers that this favourite writer had a penchant for dressing as a snowman when he sees part of the costume that he used.
Snowman's costume.
Part of it.
What does a snowman have? A costume? Buttonhole,
Hat.
button,
Scarf.
you know, hat, scarf, lumps of coal.
But who's the teacher?
I know what it is. I can see it.
Carrots.
There.
Carrots. Carrots.
There's carrot.
Flaubert's carrots.
Flober's carrot.
So there's carrot, yes.
Well done.
Very nice. Right,
All right.
Sheila,
Which
that's
one
your
am I?
second choice, that one.
Oh, right. Yeah. In this English horror story, a disabled war veteran in his rural house on the Cornish coast notices a mass influx of strangely familiar people from another century. Some come up to the house and tap on his windows and front door. When he goes to see who it is, some burst in and attack him and his family. He learns on the radio that attacks are spreading over the whole country and that the army and air force have been called up to destroy them. many are killed. The veteran, whose name is Nat, notices that some of the dead look just like Robert Burns, Rabindranath Tagore, and William Shakespeare.
Is it a television program?
No,
No.
it's a book.
It's a book.
The Birds was set in Cornwall, wasn't it? So it's and the people look like poets. The bards.
Bards.
Yeah, well done.
The bards.
Very good.
Well done. What have we got? How to poach pheasants is what brings renewed self-esteem to a young girl living with her father on the edge of a wood.
You've given us this one.
You sent that one.
What?
You sent
sent
us that one.
Have I
Email.
before?
Yeah, it was in your first email.
Was it?
Oh.
Yeah.
I need a champion of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I quite liked that. Maybe I must have liked that one too much, so I put it in the original.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a different one more different one. Here we go. This book follows the picaresque adventures of a man born in the late 18th century and who shows himself to be both insensitive and naive at the same time. After a calamitous fall from a tree which doesn't seem to affect him, his adventures take him to Bristol and then via fairground freak shows to London, where doctors experiment on him, all the time his extraordinary trusting nature helping him to survive. His innocence sees him through an extramarital affair in Bath, a spell of quackery assisting the Empress Catherine of Russia, and the onset of madness. He ends his days in Bedlam, where he finally loses his insensitivity, but not his childlike nature.
Wow. Sounds like a good book. Is it a book?
It is a book.
Can we give a clue?
No, not yet. Let him suffer for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. The picaresque bit, it sounds like something like Tom Jones, but
It's a more modern author than that.
Right.
Is it Jack Maggs?
No.
Is the author Australian?
No. The key words in the description, all of the things about traveling around fairground freak shows and extramarital affair in Bath, that's all part of the novel. But the key words to the altered title are: he shows himself to be both insensitive and naive at the same time. I'll help him in it. It's an author from the southwest of England.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like Thomas Hardy.
No, he's still alive. It's a living author.
Yes.
Right.
It's a very good book.
Did he write The French Lieutenant's Woman?
No.
No.
He's dead. John Fowles is dead.
Oh, is it?
This guy's still alive.
Dead now, of course.
And some of us have heard him speak.
Yes.
In Frome,
Yes.
no less.
I was just going to ask that.
It's not one of Jim's, is it? The other Jim who was
Oh,
in the
no,
book
no.
club for a
No.
while.
Would be a
No.
good idea.
No. Should we give them the author?
Yeah.
The author is Andrew Miller.
Oh, tell me again what it's called. Sorry,
I'm not going to
Tell
give you
me-
the answer.
I know. Tell me the story again.
Okay. The picaresque adventures of a man born in the late 18th century who shows himself to be both insensitive and naive at the same time. Calamitous fall from a tree, which doesn't seem to affect him. Various adventures, Bristol, Russia, the onset of madness. He ends his days in Bedlam, where he finally loses his insensitivity, but not his childlike nature.
I thought I'd read all of Andrew Miller, but I've obviously bypassed this.
No, no, you have read
I
it.
bet you have read it.
You have read this one.
Give it to me.
What is it that he's insensitive to?
Pain.
Pain.
Oh, so it's
The title, I'm going to give him the title, and you can give the change. The title is Ingenious Pain.
yes.
It's a great.
And he's a very naive and trusting person.
Ingenuous pain.
Ingenuous pain.
Ingenuous. If you haven't read it, it's a very good book. As
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Really? Oh, it is well worth
have you
reading.
heard of Andrew Miller?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's a
Oh,
local author. He's very
amazing.
good. What's the one in
Amazing.
Paris?
Oh, and that fantastic one based in
Based
Paris.
in Paris.
Pure. The one in
Pure.
Paris. is
Pure.
Yeah,
Pure.
Pure. It's a fantastic
Pure.
book.
Oh, I've read that. I didn't
Yeah.
like it.
Oh, didn't you? Oh, I thought it was fantastic.
Digging up the
Is
bodies.
Pure the one about the cemetery
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
in